The 2025 Miami Grand Prix revealed something deeper than just a race between drivers. It exposed the current state of Ferrari's leadership, strategy, and the complex relationship between their star drivers, Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc. As the race concluded, the public saw not only the result on the timesheets, but also the emotional and strategic conflict within the Ferrari garage. At the heart of it all was the moment when Ferrari hesitated to give team orders during a crucial point in the race, and how this indecision possibly cost Hamilton a shot at overtaking Mercedes' young star, Kimi Antonelli. Ferrari team principal Vasseur stood below the Miami podium surrounded by reporters. The questions were relentless, but the theme was consistent. Why did Ferrari wait? Why the hesitation? Vasseur held up sheets of data, tire degradation graphs, pace charts, and heat maps, pointing to the fact that their cars were nearly a full minute slower than the dominant McLarens. Despite all that evidence, the media, fans, and analysts were all focused on one thing: the incident between Hamilton and Leclerc. It happened around lap 27. Hamilton, on fresher medium tires, was gaining quickly on Leclerc. Both drivers were chasing Antonelli, who was in front in his Mercedes. Hamilton asked for permission to pass. His dashboard showed a green light, signaling full battery deployment. He was ready. Leclerc moved aside without drama, but the timing of the move was unclear and possibly too late. By then, Hamilton's momentum was already fading. Within seconds, he was in the turbulent air behind Antonelli, which significantly reduced the downforce on his SF25. The rear tires heated up, performance dropped, and his chance to attack disappeared. What followed was more confusion. Ferrari soon issued another order for Hamilton to give the position back to Leclerc. This second switch caused more frustration for Hamilton, who responded on the radio with sarcasm. He asked if he should start making tea for the rest of the field. His frustration was clear. 2 position changes in just 15 laps were not only bad for tire management, but also damaged the rhythm and confidence of both drivers. Vasseur later explained that the entire delay was about 1.5 laps, no more than 90 seconds. But at Formula One speeds, 90 seconds is a long time. It's nearly 4 kilometers of track. In that time, tires lose their peak grip, brakes heat up, and battery energy cycles in a way that reduces future performance. That hesitation allowed Antonelli to create a gap that Hamilton could never close. After the race, Hamilton visited Vasseur in private. He wasn't shouting or angry, but his message was clear. Seconds matter. Sarcasm on the radio doesn't mean disrespect. It means he still cares. It was a subtle warning. Ferrari must give clear orders when needed, or risk losing the respect and trust of their drivers. Meanwhile, McLaren showed what precision and control look like in modern Formula One. Oscar Piastri was consistent, lap after lap, posting times in the mid-1 minute 35-second range. His teammate Lando Norris followed closely, offering updates on traffic and defending against undercuts. Their pit stops were fast, clean, and perfectly timed. By the end of the race, McLaren's drivers were nearly a full minute ahead of the first Ferrari. That kind of performance difference is not just about car speed, it's about team operations. McLaren executed every part of the race without drama. Ferrari, on the other hand, was dealing with internal confusion. And this isn't a new problem. Ferrari's history is filled with moments where slow decisions or unclear strategies cost them dearly. Think back to Singapore 2019. Sebastian Vettel only got the undercut strategy after asking multiple times. It resulted in Charles Leclerc losing the lead and created tension between teammates. In Turkey 2020, Ferrari took too long to decide between slick and intermediate tires, costing them a podium in a rain-soaked race. Even in 2024 at Silverstone, Carlos Sainz spent laps stuck behind slower cars while the team hesitated to issue a position swap. Vasseur's answer to these problems was a new decision-making tool called Oro Rosso. It's a powerful software that analyzes over 800 variables per second to help make the best call in real time. But even with this system in place, the team still hesitated in Miami. The problem wasn't with the data, it was human. Engineers are scared to go against the instincts of drivers. Strategists are worried about being blamed on social media. Managers don't want to face angry headlines in the press. McLaren has removed this hesitation by giving their team boss, Andrea Stella, the final say. When the data says it's time to act, he acts. No debates, no delays. Ferrari says they want the same, but Miami showed they're not there yet. The 90 seconds of uncertainty in Miami became more than just a strategic mistake. It became a symbol of Ferrari's deeper struggles. Hamilton and Leclerc are both world-class drivers. Hamilton is an intuitive master, adjusting brake balance and car settings based on feel. Leclerc is a thinker, spending long nights reviewing data and telemetry to find hundredths of a second. Both of them are team players, but they need clarity from the pit wall. Leclerc accepted the first order without complaint, but asked later why it came so late. Hamilton did what was asked, but wanted to know why Ferrari didn't believe in him from the start. This is a dangerous place for a team to be. Two strong drivers need strong leadership. In the past, Ferrari flourished when the hierarchy was clear. Michael Schumacher and Rubens Barrichello operated under a strict system. They won. Fernando Alonso and Felipe Massa had more freedom, and the result was tension and missed chances. Miami was the first big test of Ferrari's new era with Hamilton, and it showed that the system still needs work. Kim Antonelli's performance added another layer to the story. In only his fifth Grand Prix, the young Mercedes driver defended against Hamilton with skill and composure. He widened his steering angle through corners to keep tire temperatures in check, adjusted differential settings to protect his rear tires, and managed his battery usage to neutralize Hamilton's attacks. According to telemetry, Hamilton faced extra drag of 9 km/h while following Antonelli. That's how precise the rookie was. The reward for Antonelli was not just points, it was respect. He proved that he could hold his own against one of the greatest drivers in history. For Ferrari, this should be a warning. If they don't fix their internal communication, teams like Mercedes and McLaren will continue to outplay them, not just in speed, but in discipline and execution. Ferrari's delays are not a Miami-only issue. They are a pattern. Vasseur knows this. That's why he built Oro Rosso. But technology can only go so far. The real change has to come from the people who use it. They need to trust it, follow it, and make bold decisions when the moment arrives. And they don't have much time. The next race in Imola is only 12 days away. The track is old school and unforgiving. Mistakes on the radio can lead to disaster on the track. Fans will be watching closely. Every command between the engineers and the drivers will be heard. If Leclerc asks for permission to attack and hears silence, the crowd's reaction will be loud and clear. Vasseur has promised that hesitation is over. Now he must prove it. The gap to McLaren is not just about speed, it's about decision-making. If Ferrari can reduce their delay from 90 seconds to 9 seconds, they can start to close that 1-minute gap. But if they continue to argue over strategy while others act, then Antonelli's race in Miami will not just be remembered as a great drive. It will become a blueprint for how Ferrari lost their way. In summary, Miami revealed the problems Ferrari must fix to become champions again. They have the drivers. They have the tools. What they lack is trust in their own system and the courage to act decisively. The next few races will show if Ferrari is truly ready to lead from the front or if they'll remain stuck in a cycle of doubt and delay.